Welcome to Backtrack Cinema. We are live, guys. This is episode 7. My name is Jason, and I'm Judge Jared, executioner of Backtrack Cinema. And this is where we talk movies of the past that you know and love, or hopefully you know and love. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the show tonight. In this video tonight, guys, this live stream, we are going to talk the Friday the 13th opening versus Halloween Kills flashback scene in different categories. I would have, if depends how many of you show. If a lot of you show, I'll get you to tell me what each category will win, and then I'll ultimately decide too. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. Halloween Kills was the last movie I saw in the theater, actually. And let me tell you, when I saw it, I didn't really like the whole movie, but the flashback scene, just amazing. Just absolutely love the flashback scene, man. I think it's absolutely perfectly directed. And the Friday the 13th remake, the opening to that, it's just entertaining. It's badass. It's pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool stuff. So this could be a fun show. Absolutely. As you guys all know, we're going through all these action movies and everything like that. Taking a break, going on holidays for the next 2 weeks. So today we are doing some horror talk tonight, and I'm going to be back later tonight. If any of you are Nighthawks, if you're going to be up around 10:15, 10:30, I haven't set it up yet, but I'm going to go through the Exorcist trailer. Exorcist Believer. I'm going to go through, not a reaction. I've already watched it a couple times. We're just going to break it down and give you my thoughts. That will be a shorter stream. So we've got a double header tonight, guys. A double header tonight. So hang on, man. Let's hang on. And we're going to have good fun. As we put that up. Let me check who's here. Ledge Forever. What's he saying here? Says, hi, Jason. Glad to be here. And by the way, quick question. Of these movie franchises, which one should I rank next? Men in Black, The Karate Kid, Lion King, Aladdin, and Jurassic Park. I'd go Karate Kid. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the Karate Kid franchise. I personally, I think, just by a hair, I got Karate Kid 2 over Karate Kid 1. So, Austin's here from SPC Unleashed. Hi, how you doing? Miss Carter, how you doing? It's been a while. She says, hey, J-Man. Austin follows up with, honestly, they're on par for me. I'm more of a Halloween fan than Friday, but the 2009 remake is awesome. I might give it a slight edge to Kills. Tonight I don't have a category for Kills, just cause Michael only kills one person in the flashback scene. So I'm just going, this is a scene to scene breakdown. Jeff is here. He says, hey Jason, what's going on, Jeff? Fauci says, look him fly, my brother. Hey, Fauci, what's going on? And guys, I'm going to try and wrap this up by 8:30. Then I want you to head over to Matt Fauci's channel for Friday the 13th Part 2 watch along interactive. It's going to be a hell of a good time. All right, let's get this bitch going. I think let's not waste any more time, and let's do this. So there we go. All right, this is my. Sorry, Matt, I got to get rid of this here, guys. Okay, this is my first. Yeah, absolutely was, Matt. I'm gonna answer you guys while I can. Thanks, brother. First episode was fantastic for sure. Yeah, what a great idea to calculate points for those Friday the 13th watch-alongs for sure. So, and guys, if you're watching after the fact in the chat, let me know what you guys think of the flashback scene in Kills, the Friday the 13th remake opening, all that stuff. We'll have a good conversation. So the first one is the introduction, guys. So it's basically how the villains were introduced. There's quite a build up to the Friday the 13th remake. We're waiting, when's Jason gonna appear? And this image right here is when Jason appears. Now, I do like it. It's pretty dark. I love the hood in the darkness and everything. I think this could have been handled better, the way we're introduced to Jason. and this is the first shot of Michael. This is basically the first. It starts off it goes right into the flashback. Michael Myers is um oh come on what's his name, the sheriff there when he's younger, Frank. I want to say Frank. Is that wrong? Anyways, he's shooting at Michael, tell him to stop, and so both are pretty fantastic images. Really, they really are. Like this, Jason's a bit darker. Um, but I think this one's hard. So first, tell me in the so tell me in the you guys tell me which one you'd go for. What is the better character introduction? And is it the Jason just sitting there, or is it the Michael Myers that we see here? You tell me. Hawkins, that's it. Officer Hawkins. Um, Jeff I think is saying the Michael Myers one. Um, Intro I give to Jason. Michael just kind of appears and walks down the street. Where with Jason, they take their time. Yeah, this one's kind of tough. I'm gonna need my pencil and paper here, guys. Just to all right. So Austin's giving it to their Miss Carter says, I'm a Friday girl through and through, but I gotta go with Michael. Go with Michael. So one's Michael, one's Friday. Who else do I got here? I think Jeff is Michael. I guess I gotta break the tie here then, right? We got two Jasons. No, we got two Michaels and a Jason. Hmm. I'm gonna be honest. I got excited when I'm a Friday guy, but I got excited when I saw this image, just how close they got to 1978 Halloween, and I love that Halloween. I love the original Halloween movie a lot. Like that's my love for Halloween is um more traditional. I like that original movie so much. Yes, it is. It is Jeff. Right? The Jason stuff isn't a flashback to 1980. It's a flashback to 1978. Yeah, I get that. I get it. Austin says, I love the way Michael's represented in the flashback better than Friday. I'll work. That's going to be a category coming up. So don't, so, it would have been cool if they did a Friday the 13th movie in the 80s. It'd be more of a comparison, but anyways, I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with Michael here. So I think most of us agree here that that Michael wins this one, or Halloween kills. That's what I'm thinking. I would say Halloween um wins this one. All right. Let's see what I got here. What do I got next? Atmosphere. Now, I'm going by the extended cut here, guys. There's an extended cut for the flashback scene. I don't know why you could see that, but Michael is let's just take my glasses off. There we go. I can see it better now. Michael stand I love this moment. I absolutely freaking love this moment of Michael behind the bush here, and that slow music going dun 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 dun, and oh man, I can't remember any of their names. Lonnie coming up is pretty fantastic, and oh, far ahead in that. So David Gordon Green really captured the atmosphere of '78, and excuse me, I think for the most part, Friday the 13th remake has some pretty good atmosphere in that opening. Um, yeah, I think Friday the 13th has some pretty good atmosphere as well. There's a lot more humor laced through it that kind of takes you away from the tension. But I think the camp atmosphere and the in the forest, there is a sense of isolation with that. But I got to go with Halloween Kills for atmosphere, absolutely for this. Um, Austin says Kills. Yeah, I think I got to go with Kills too. What do you all think? I'm going with Kills. Um, I don't know. I don't know where the sorry guys, just trying to figure something out here. Um, anyways, yeah, I got to go with Kills here. But yeah, that atmosphere is really good. Is really good. Scare factor, guys. Scare factor. Let me see if I got the scare factor. How scary both these scenes are. Because of the tension and the atmosphere and kills, it's pretty freaking scary. Like I said, when you're trying to when you're going back and saying this is 1978, the same night, you better make it scary because from what I've read, that was a scary movie for its time. It still got really amped up tension too, with Michael with recreating 1978, especially that scene I just talked about with Tommy. Where Michael goes behind the bush, and when Michael comes out like freaking lightning against the deputy there, pretty amazing stuff, man. Um, with Friday the 13th, the scary thing is how fast and how Jason just manhandles everyone. I think just how quickly he's grabbing people, the way he's charging, it's a different kind of scary. But for me, the scarier is Halloween Kills. For me, the scarier scene is Halloween Kills. It's Halloween Kills kind of cleaning up. It's pretty scary because it more has to do with atmosphere and it more has to do with ramping up the tension. But once the remake of Friday the 13th, once Jason starts appearing, things get really serious and things shit starts hitting the fan. You know what I mean? Like that's when that look of Jason there when I like the cinematography. He cocks his head back and looks at Whitney and he starts charging at her. Pretty cool stuff, man. Miss Carter's got she's got kills. But yeah, this is a much I think the kills has the much scarier opening scene here. Like I think the flashback is scarier for sure. All right. Let's move on here. What do we got next? Music. One thing I appreciate about Halloween 1978 is that they recycled the original music. Like I already said that dun, 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 that's all through, especially when they pull up to the Myers house and they got the dun 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 dun. Dun. That's really cool too. I think it's absolutely fantastic the way they use the music and the Halloween Kills flashback scene. Friday the 13th, it was disappointing because I was like, why did they not use traditional Friday the 13th music in the remake? I'm not a big fan of the music and the Friday the 13th remake. I'm not a big fan at all. It's really almost sounds like a rave, you know what I mean? And whenever Jason appears, like you sense the jump scare coming because they do this doom 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 like that. They give you this impact sound, you know what I mean? But kills using that traditional music. It'd be really cool if that Friday the 13th opening they to hear how that all would have played out with traditional Friday the 13th music. Like you met when Jason's running and when Jason was running after them, you hear the dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? That classic Friday music, and when it's building tension and it's got that more slow Friday music. You know what I mean? But I would give Kills again for the music. I would give it to Kills for sure. Let's see what you guys are saying. Austin says Kills again. Carpenter killed it with this score. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Miss Carter says Kills pretty much nailed everything so far as the flashbacks to 78. Yeah, they did a great job, man. Hey, Samuel says hello, cool piece. What's going on? But yeah, as far this Friday the 13th was disappointing that it didn't use that traditional music. All right. Um Story. Now, what I want you guys to think about, which scene served their story better? So let's just run this down. Do I have another no. So what scene how did it serve the story? With the flashback it had to do with Hawkins, right? This backstory of Hawkins and how all that played out or how that night played out, especially, what happened to Lonnie, adding that little scene with Lonnie. Um but one thing I really like what Kills did is the way Michael comes out and it's like they're calling back to when he was a kid. When he comes out after he kills his sister, he's sitting there and he's doing that here too. But the only problem, the only problem with that is that I feel like they didn't wrap a lot of these ideas up in this flashback scene when it comes to Halloween ends. Like, I don't want to get into this big Halloween ends. I did not enjoy it. And a lot of these ideas they had, I didn't feel they followed through with. So this one's going to be a tough one for me. Let me know, guys, in the chat what you think of what scene here serves the story more. And with the Friday the 13th one, that was just a Friday the 13th movie within a Friday the 13th movie. And it doesn't quite get back to that pacing. But one thing they do is that Whitney looks like Mrs. Voorhees. And we presume that's why Jason kept her alive. Now, you may like that decision, you may not like it, but they were setting something up for the ending, and that's why he didn't kill her, right? Because that was the only piece he felt like that was the only piece of his mom. Instead of having a pendant, he could have his mom forever because he's a childlike state. He's a simple-minded childlike state. You know what I mean? That's so. I don't know. This one's tough. This one's tough. Um, so let me think about my answer. Led says, "Can you and Nick please do a live stream again together?" I tried to get him on tonight, but Nick's busy. Nick's a busy guy, man, and but I definitely will try. Ledge, me and Nick like doing streams together. Um, Fauci says, "Halloween ends." Did someone say the holy name? Austin says, "Damn, this one's tough. I would say Kills, but it's by a razor thin lead." I don't know. Um, I really don't know because the idea of the idea of Jason taking a prisoner. I'm not sure how. Just because he looks like his mom, I'm not even sure how how good that is. Now, Now, what if I want to ask you a question, guys? What if Jason would have put his mom's sweater on Whitney? What if Jason would have put his mom's sweater on Whitney? You know what I mean? I mean, he looks like her. Putting that sweater on her, that might have been a better choice. Um, a lot of people are saying kills for this one. Fauci says I'd go Friday. It sets up the ending. Yeah, it does. It does set up the ending. And with kills, the flashback scene doesn't really. It's just giving you more backstory on the characters, but the whole idea of him looking out uh in the window and all that, I don't find they didn't follow through with that storyline. And the same with why Michael goes into a trance after he kills. Like he goes into this trance. He went into a trance in the flashback. He goes into another trance, but they were trying to make it look like he was looking out of the window, looking through the window. I don't know. Austin says no, he wouldn't have to do that. He'd be happy enough just to have her. It's a good point. This is tough. I might have to go Friday on this one, guys. I may have to go Friday the 13th on this one. So that's a 2-2 tie as it sits now. So that's a 2-2 tie. If someone wants to break the tiebreaker, um, Rosie's here. Hey Rosie. Hey Rosie, you gonna break the tie? Which which scene serves the story better? Friday the 13th opening scene or Halloween Kills flashback scene? Which one serves the story better? Um, because we have a 2-2 tie with this category right now with the story, and I'm kind of torn myself with it. But ultimately, I'm going with Friday on this one. So if someone can break the tie, there's 8 people watching. I could see all your lovely faces. So you think, but I think I'm gonna go Friday with this one. So anyone new entering the chat, if you could excuse me, these damn energy drinks, man. Yeah, Fauci says he'd go Friday. Miss Carter says Halloween Kills. Um, Austin says Halloween Kills. So, someone's got to break the tie. We have a 2-2 tie for story. And which scene serves it better? Which scene serves this story better? But I got to go with what Matt says. Friday the 13th. I think Friday the 13th may serve this may serve the scene better. Ledge says never seen any of them, but I'm thinking about seeing the Halloween movies. Oh, you got to go watch Halloween. You got some work to do, Ledge. You got some work to do. You got some work to do. Um, that I'm that one's a 2-2 tie right now. We're gonna have to find a way to break the tie. And I thought, um, here, hold on, guys. I swear I'm not very good with StreamYard. I don't know how to put the polls up on this thing. Just give me a minute, everyone. My wife's opinion. I can't, buddy. I'm not very good with this. I don't know. I don't know. All right, we'll move on until someone tells me which one serves the story better, or ultimately I got to decide. So we'll go Friday. We'll go Friday the 13th. All right. All right, guys. Do you see that set design? Who created the world better, Haddonfield or Crystal Lake? I mean, with that flashback scene, they got the Myers house really good. They got the interior of the Myers house really well. The leaves blowing around the streets. I mean, if it everything looked like 1978. They did a really good job on the production design here. Friday the 13th remake. Also, I feel like in their story it's more of a broken down camp, right? Like it should be. Um the problem with it is that where they filmed the fucking thing. They filmed it in like Texas somewhere. So it you can kind of tell in that movie. Um where they should have filmed it like more in, New Jersey, or more of like where seeing the lake and the camp and the cabins and everything. But I have to go with I'd have to go with kills on this one too. Yeah, Miss Carter says Haddonfield. Austin says, "Man, maybe I like kills more than Friday 2009." Um, welcome, Kalel Daily. Love the name Kalel. Halloween Kills flashback and soundtrack is the only thing I like about the movie. The Friday remake intro was so good, still talked about. Maybe good, but that flashback scene is pretty amazing, man. Friday's got some catching up to do here. Catching up to do. Um, I would have loved to had someone on for this, but maybe next time. Maybe next time. But yeah, they both. I think Friday the 13th remake still created that isolation well. I think the inside of the cabins look good, especially when he pulls Buddy down. You remember when he pulls the mic down? You know what I mean? And he's got the mines everywhere and stuff like that. But I think Jason should have roamed around the camp a lot more. Um, Miss Carter says, "Is Mrs. J Man a horror fan? My wife watches anything and everything. Yeah, my wife watches absolutely everything. So no worries. But she doesn't mind Friday the 13th. Or she likes her horror movies. My wife really likes The Exorcism of Emily Rose. She likes that one. Um, Austin says, "Dude, I'll be free in a bit if you want someone. You want to come on, Austin? I'll send you a link." I can send you a link, buddy. I think I can do that on the fly. Kalal says, "Used to hate the Friday remake. On rewatch, it was really good. I think Kills is fresh in people's minds, so will win in my opinion." Ledge says, "Where did you get your movie posters, and how long have you and your wife been married?" My movie posters came from Amazon, and my wife and I have been married almost 16 years. Thank you. I appreciate the comment. No problem, buddy. Um, Miss Carter says, "Awesome." Austin says, "How long are you going for? Just need a few minutes to get ready." Probably to 8:30 or so, buddy. 8:30 or so. Hold on, guys. Doing stuff. All right. We're gonna bring Austin on soon, guys. Kalel Daly says, "So I'm curious, do you like either of these movies?" I do. I like both. I I think both of these movies are in the middle of the road for me. Like I can have a good time with them, but I don't like necessarily love them, and I don't dislike them. You know what I mean? So You guys could just hold on a sec. Just hold on a sec, guys. Do this. All right. Before we go any further on this, guys, I'm gonna bring Austin on. Just someone to bounce off of. I don't mind. So, Kalal says sorry typos. No worries, buddy. No worries. Real quick. But yeah, let's talk the set design. Yeah, for absolutely. Kalal says real quick, not to go off topic. Do you like kills better than ends? Um, yes, I do. I like kills better than ends. I'm not a big fan of ends at all. I'm not a big fan of ends at all. I probably would never even rewatch it unless I was reviewing it. So yeah, that's your answer for that. But and guys, you can ask me questions while we're doing this. I'm open. I'm an open book here. You know what I mean? This is just an idea I had for a while to bounce these two scenes off everyone. So you can ask me whatever you want while we're doing this. But yeah, like well, Crystal Lake could have been Crystal Lake could have reproduction of it, like the production design of it could have. I think could have been. I think it's fine, but the way they created Haddonfield, I think it's just awesome. And I think most people agree with that. Like this, the way they created Haddonfield with they even got the freaking dead dog. The attention to detail, the dead dog and everything. You see the dead dog. You see the eavesdrop hanging off. I think it was that. Just says the Myers House street was impressive, all on a soundstage. Was it really? That was all a soundstage. That wasn't on location or nothing like that. Wow. Led says, "Who's your favorite movie character and favorite actor?" My favorite movie character is Rocky. Can't really see it from here. My favorite actor is Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone's my favorite everything, man. No, he's my favorite actor. If- Are there better actors than Stallone? Yes, there's better actors than Stallone, obviously, but he's reeled in some really great performances, and he's also very underrated. But he's also a great writer. He's a director, actor. His acting has come a long way. Like his acting in Copland is really good. The First Blood performance is good. Obviously, whenever he plays Rocky, it's just excellent. So yeah, it's my favorite movie character is Rocky. My favorite um actor is Stallone for sure. But yeah, they recreated the interior design of that house too, of the Myers house really well. Kalal says, I think Friday intro is an awesome homage to the first four Friday the 13th movies. As fan, it was stellar. Yeah, it really is. I think Friday is I think the Friday intro did a lot from those first four movies. And like I said, it's a it's a Friday the 13th movie within a Friday the 13th movie. But the Friday the 13th remake I find has a pacing issue. You like the movie doesn't get that good again for the whole movie, you know what I mean? It never gets that good again, unfortunately. Kalal says Demolition Man all day for me. Yeah, a lot of people like that Stallone flick. Miss Curtis has got to get going pretty soon. Halloween Kills wins on this one, in my opinion, and that's from a Friday the 13th uh, girl. You know what? Yeah, I get it, Miss Carter, and thank you for dropping in for sure. Um, Danita says, "Hey, Rosie and Miss Carter. Hey, Danita, how you doing? Good to see you here. Here's Austin, everyone.
Hey.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much. Trying to get my camera to work.
Okay, answer some questions."
Okay.
Danita says, "Hi, Jason. Is Stallone's Escape one of your favorite movies with him in it? Escape Plan? Not one of my favorites, but I don't mind the first one. I think the first one's okay. The other two, I'm not a big fan of." Leg says Sylvester is by far my favorite actor, and Rocky is my third favorite movie character. I just didn't like the way he was handled in the fifth film, but I love the way he was handled in Creed. Yeah, the fifth film, it's not a bad movie though. Rocky 5 is by far a bad movie though.
Hey, there I am.
There you are. Um, Anita says, "Yeah, Escape Plan." Sorry, it's okay. I know what you meant when you said escape. How you doing, Austin?
I am doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I think I got these points somewhat situated, but um, I'll just start from here. What do you think of the set design on both these films?
I mean, for me, I prefer kills, but I do think that the set design for the Friday the 13th remake, I do think is pretty well done. It's just I don't know. There's just something about. Of course, Halloween is like my second favorite horror film of all time. It's in my top 5 favorite films of all time. So I might be slightly biased as to why I prefer the kills set design over the Friday the 13th. But and just the farther along you were going and talking, I was like, I really do think that I like kills more.
Yeah, the set designing, I'd have to go with that too. I see. Not as big fan of the whole franchise, but that first movie, I love that first movie. I compare it to like what DeSanti did with Never Hike Alone when you're going around the Friday the 13th camp.
Oh
He did
yes,
a great job on recreating and getting you to like where Marcy was killed and where all these little things he put in. This is in Halloween, the way they recreated this house with every detail, even the dead dog and the eaves trough hanging for when
yes,
Dr. Loomis hit it earlier. They handled this great with this production design. So yeah, I gotta go Halloween Kills as well. All right, I'm checking my slides here, everyone here. All right, legendary character Loomis or Pamela Voorhees, everyone. Make sure you guys, tell me in the chat. I'll try and keep an eye on your thing. But obviously, with Loomis was an actor, but I believe there was CGI done to him as well. I thought he sounded pretty good. There was a few lines in there. I thought it got a bit theatrical,
yes,
but it didn't. Like, did he kill again? Like that. I thought maybe could have toned it back just a bit.
yes.
Pamela, didn't think we had enough of her. I think they should have extended that a bit more, but she feels more. This is not a bad thing, and it necessarily more sad, almost like this just happened, like he just drowned.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really feel the hate, that real unhinged coming from her. But I think I'd have to go Halloween Kills on this because they really recreated Loomis really well.
Yeah, it's almost pretty spot on to a degree to the late great Donald Pleasance. Like you just said, I mean, with Friday the 13th, we didn't get anywhere near enough Pamela, where we got a pretty decent chunk of her in the original film. Even though, unpopular opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of the original Friday the 13th. It's more like in the middle of my list, but I definitely feel, though, that the guy who played Loomis, I feel like he just represented the character a lot better than Pamela did.
Yeah, I think I gotta go Kills on this one. For sure. I'll answer some questions in between here. Led says, what is the film that each of you have a soft spot for and a film that you think gets too much hate? A film that I have, I'm going to keep that up there. A film that I have a soft spot for. Oh, a lot of people are going to laugh at me on this one, but there's a science fiction film that bombed horribly. And I think there's a lot of great ideas in this thing. It was supposed to be the next Star Wars opera, and that I don't even know the fucking name of it now. I just lost it. The guys who did The Matrix did it. Buddy on roller skates. Channing Tatum was in it. Mila Kunis was this princess in it. Oh,
Jupiter Ascending.
Jupiter Ascending. I actually thought there was excellent things in that movie. There was just some imagery in it, and the bad guy was terrible, and it just didn't quite land. But there was concepts in it, so I do kind of have a soft spot for that film. Like I actually watch it. I'll watch it again and again, like just because I think there is some potential. See, that's one remake, maybe 10 years from now, and see if you can get it right. Um, One that gets too much hate. Oh, a film that gets too much hate. Let me think. I know they're out there. I just can't. You know what? AVP Requiem, actually. Other than it just being dark and everything, I actually think there's a lot of good stuff in that movie, and it's actually really rewatchable for me. If I could put it in my software and brighten it up, it's definitely rewatchable. I think they tried for a Jaws giving you characters like a Jaws thing, like having this monster movie, but giving us characters that, but it was just too. They're focusing on the teenagers and stuff like that, but the storyline with the brother coming home from jail and the lady coming home who served in Afghanistan and was coming home, I did like. There was just too many characters going on at once. But you know what? I just watched Requiem again on this past weekend, and the Wolf Predator may be like one of the best Predators ever. I really enjoy him.
Yeah.
Says interesting. Just as Luma's voice was way off. That's what I was kind of saying. I thought he said really bothered me. Looking like dude was okay. Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying, Jeff. It was kind of like something almost like it's almost like he was going for a theatrical edge, but it's still very passable. What about you, Austin? Let me go back to his question. What film do you have a soft spot for, and film that you think gets too much hate?
Well, if I gave you my big long laundry list, we'd be here for quite a while because I actually think there is a lot of films that get way too much hate and that I really thoroughly enjoy. I guess one I have a soft spot for, honestly, one I guess that's coming right to my mind is Jurassic Park 3. Like, I think practical effects wise, it's a lot better than The Lost World. I think The Lost World has probably the worst CGI of the franchise. And honestly, it's my least favorite of all the Jurassic Park movies. And a film I think gets too much hate. The one I want to say I'm gonna hold off on because something. I'll just say something's coming at the end of next month. Is all I'm gonna say for that one.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, man, this one might get me in some trouble. But you actually were talking about it a little bit on your last stream. For me, man, it's Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. Like I
Really?
Okay. Yes, I absolutely love that film. It is my, again, unpopular opinion, my second favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie underneath Freddy versus Jason.
Are you got a lot of nostalgia to Nightmare on Elm Street?
No, I'm a very, very casual.
Well, you're not the first one to mention that. I know other people who really like it too. For me, I mean, there's things I like in it, and like I'll be reviewing it eventually because I've done up to the first 4,
Okay.
but there's just a lot of things that I did not like in it. Good ideas in it. I do like the idea of these micro naps.
Yes.
What a great idea that you could have explored more when they're going in and out because they're so tired. But man, there's just some things in that. And I don't necessarily blame the director, really, because I think the style the darkness was good and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
man, I will only say that sequence when Nancy's in the store and it like goes back and forth to the dream world and back to there. Top 5 favorite scenes in all of horror history for me.
Really?
Yes, I
Oh,
love the visual looks of it.
well,
That's a huge reason probably why I like it so much.
well, that's a completely different opinion, and I like that. So, Brother Fluff is in the house. I love the pharmacy scene in the remake. That was about it.
I will take it.
You know, the one I did like. One of my big problems with it is Freddy killed too quickly. He's a. I wanted to see more installment of fear, like over. They kind of rushed through everything. I found, but one thing I did like is when Buddy was upside down and he's like, we have 6 more minutes to play because his brain's still functioning.
Oh yeah,
You
yep,
know what I
yep.
mean? That was very Freddy Krueger. That was I could have seen Robert Englund sitting doing that and doing. See, that was a great idea. That going, yes, I like that. That's something I really liked.
I get it. I hate the CGI in the movie. Like I will say, that is the weakest part of that film, dude. To me, Jackie Earl Haley is not the problem with that film. Like a lot of people like criticizes Freddy. I thought for what he did, I thought he was a pretty good and honestly very effective Freddy. Obviously, though you can't compare him to Robert Englund, but I thought he did a pretty good job. They could have done better with his makeup, I will say. It was kind of but I underrated Freddy Krueger in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not too. Yeah, he didn't have much to do. He didn't have the greatest. Didn't have the great. Yeah, the look of him. I wasn't thrilled about how he moved and stuff. Um, but that's a lot. That's directing. That's not so much the actor, unless he brings that to the table and says, "Let me do this."
Mhm.
He could have been directed that way completely, and yeah, that is a whole stream, guys. That one. Um, Let me see here. What's next on my list here? Oh, okay. The best representation of both these guys, Jason or Michael. I know this is kind of unfair. One's a remake, so Derek Mears is tapping into a lot of different Jasons. Aaron Armstrong had to be Nick Castle essentially. Now, the only thing I didn't like, but this is not him, I didn't like that they showed his eyes, as you can see in this little picture. I think his eyes should have been black, like the original movie. But um, this is tough because I like what Derek Mears brought. I just don't like the look. I don't like the costume design. I think everything looks very. He looks when he's in silhouette, it's like a big blob. You don't really see his figure and stuff like that. I love the hood. I think the hood should have stayed on the whole movie. To be honest with you, I think he looked way scarier in the sack
Oh
opposed to the
yes,
mask.
yes.
This is tough, but I got to give this the kills again, just because Aaron Armstrong. Man, give me. I wish the flashback was extended through the whole movie, or if we go back to another Halloween movie, get Aaron Armstrong and set it in 1982 or 83 or something like that. Maybe in a different town, or I don't know, just something. If we want to stay away from the Strodes kind of thing, like just do a different. I would love to see him come back and reprise Michael Myers because I like that supernatural element when he attacks this deputy. When he comes out of nowhere, and it's like he's moving like the Flash. But I love that because like he moves so quick, but yet he's so slow when he's just stalking, and this real kind of like an alligator or crocodile who just stares at you, is not moving. Then he just comes alive. Fantastic. Um, but Derek Mears did a great job. He really did. When he's charging it through those woods, man, it's scary shit. It really is.
Yes. Yeah, Derek Mears is a badass Jason. Oh, man, this is a tough one. I guess if I had to go with the actual representation of the character, I would say Aaron Armstrong as Michael, I think, definitely gets the edge. If I had to go actual scare factor, definitely would be Derek Mears because that opening like 15 minutes is like some of the most intense Friday the 13th stuff we have gotten in the franchise. So I don't know, man.
Ledge goes, I know that Michael has a lot of plot armor and kills.
Oh boy, that's an understatement there.
Right?
Man,
They're both good.
They
Really
are. I might have to give the edge to Jason. Again, I'm a diehard Halloween fan. I love Michael Myers. He's like one of my favorite movie characters of all time, my favorite horror icon. But I don't know. I just think Derek Mears does it a little better. He's actually like terrifying in this opening part.
Yeah, these are two different characters too. Like I was saying, the extended cut when Lonnie sees him behind that bush, I thought I would when I found this when I rented it and I got the extended cut. I think I watched it on YouTube because it wasn't in the theatrical cut, that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, they took the best scene out of the freaking movie.
Yes.
And he's coming up and it's like, dun, 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 and you see Michael just slowly walk behind the bush.
Mm-hmm.
Lonnie comes around, he's fucking gone. I'm like, this is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is what I'm here for, right? So I was so excited. And when I first saw the Friday the 13th remake, I liked the remake a lot more when I first saw it. It's gone down a lot over the years, probably because I matured a lot more. But Derek, when I first saw this, and then that title card comes up, Friday the 13th, I was like, that was probably the best 20 minutes we've ever had in Friday the 13th, maybe. A lot of, you know what I mean? So, excellent stuff. Brother Fluss says, the way Michael turned his body made me think of a shark going after his prey. Exactly. Hey, Mika, how you doing? She says, hi, everyone. Yeah, so that's Austin's got Jason. I got Michael, guys. Let's move on. Entertainment value. Damn it. How entertaining it is. This one, you know what? The remake of Friday the 13th. For entertainment, you know what? Oftentimes, I've checked out of this movie. I just watched that opening. Like I said, it's a movie within a movie. It's a mini Friday the 13th. If that's all they made was that first 20 minutes, I would. Yep, I'm good. I would have paid for that. That was awesome. See you later.
Yep.
I just really get frustrated with the movie because it never reaches that level again through the whole movie. It slows down and speeds up, slows down. Like that when he kills Lawrence with the axe.
Yes.
Love it. But that's when Jason should have like threw that kid away and just went right through the doors of the cabin. But yet he's sneaking up into the roof and into the house. He should have just jumped through a freaking window right there and just chased all of them. I think that would have been. I think that's when the movie was telling, okay, let's get this thing going now. Let's start getting like that. But it never gets to the point of the beginning here. It never gets that intense again. For me. But I'll give it for entertainment value. I'll give it better than Kills. The Kills flashback scenes more of an atmosphere and more recreating something that is going into our nostalgia.
Yes.
But I'm more entertained by the remake of Friday.
I would probably agree with you because yeah, I mean, like you said, that 15 minutes, it's just so intense. So much is going on. It's just got a good, quick pace just for us to get through it. So, I mean, yeah.
Mika says, Michael for me. Lad says, the cool thing is that in Kills, I've seen a scene on YouTube where Michael talks when his mask gets taken away from him. Really? Maybe that's a Rob Zombie one. I don't know. Yeah, this scene again, entertainment value. This is the finale. So how it ends, how each scene ends. So we got this where Michael's just, standing there in a trance, which I absolutely love this decision. They have no idea how much I loved how they did this. They just don't really explain it, but maybe it doesn't need explained. But I think they should have give us something, just that a little more, because as a kid he's in a trance. It's like whenever he kills in this house, he goes into a trance. Mm-hmm. I think that's what they're alluding to. And, he's looking out the window, but they don't. In Ends, they just went a completely. They never followed through with any of this stuff. But the finale, I think I'll give it to Friday though, just because of the way that right here, the way this ends, where he cocks his head, chases Whitney, and then the title card comes up. The way she's screaming, and he's just charging at her, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which I knew she was alive. Like when I first saw it, I think that would have been a better twist if she would have been dead. That would have been even cooler, I think. But who knows in hindsight? Um, but I do love this shot of Michael here, man. It's pretty fantastic.
It almost mirrors the beginning of the original film too, when his parents come home. Michael, take off his mask, and he just stands there like, almost like, "What the hell have I done?" kind of thing. But obviously here with the mask, you can't really tell. Just the purely, simply evil.
Well, he's a character who works best when he's mysterious, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Don't give him, being possessed by a cult, because that just doesn't really work out in the end.
Hey, Bacon, aren't you streaming right now, Bacon? You're supposed to be doing Jaws, aren't you? Thanks for the love, though, buddy. Antonia said, "Hello, how are you doing? How are you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show." Let says, "And kills when his mask is taken away in a small voice possible. He says, 'Give it back.' It's nearly impossible to hear." I know nothing about that. I'll have to look into that. Give it back. Give my mask back.
It's mine. I want it back.
Yeah. Bacon says, "Can't beat the Friday the 13th opening. Love how it wraps the Pamela storyline. And Zach had Jason up in like 5 minutes." I just want to see more. But guys, I'm more of a Friday fan. It's my favorite horror franchise. I would love to see. That's why I'm kind of excited about the show coming out, because they're supposed to be exploring Pamela, and man, got to give Halloween props to the major risk bringing Loomis back. I think the Recreation 78 was perfect. Yeah, dude, it's so good. I could just watch this flashback scene over and over. Bacon says, no, not tonight. Oh, no Jaws tonight."
I think both of these openings just kind of represent the best part of these franchises, though. I mean, because for kills, like, this literally felt to me like this took place literally right after John Carpenter's Halloween. And I mean, again, just that opening of Friday the 13th, it's almost like just a huge love letter, a big mix mash of like some of the best things from the entire franchise, which for me, my favorite is the final chapter. That's my favorite Friday the 13th film, and it's also my favorite representation of Jason as well. I think that's the best one, the most intimidating, the most terrifying, the most scary overall. But I don't know, man. Like you did very well picking both of these. As soon as I saw the thumbnail, I'm like, dude, man. Yeah. That's tough. This is
what, doing a scene versus scene is really cool. I got some other ideas for one, but now we'll go into a Q&A, guys, for I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm coming back later tonight around 10:30, guys, maybe 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go through the trailer of The Exorcist, and it's not a reaction. I've already watched it, but we're gonna break it down. I'm gonna tell you what I like, maybe what I don't, what to expect. Maybe just for a half an hour or so later tonight. So we're doing a double header tonight. I haven't set the stream up, but I will once I get off here. So if any of you guys are Nighthawks and want to come and join, we can talk about it in the chat here. Mika says, "Very excited to see what they do with the Friday the 13th series." Yeah, me too. I haven't seen this. The guy who did the show, Hannibal, is it? I don't know. I don't know really what, but they say the showrunner on this is really good.
Oh, if it's the guy from Hannibal, yeah, Hannibal was a fantastic show.
Yeah, that's who it is. So Bacon says the final chapter is the best. It's my second favorite. I love Jason Lives. Jason Lives is my favorite. It's fucking so freaking entertaining. Ledge says, "Would you guys be interested in a Michael versus Jason movie? Watch Roseblood." But by Peter Anthony. You know what? It depends really how it's executed for me. I think two silent killers would be kind of boring, but I think there's a fan film out there.
There's quite a few. Yeah, there's one with like I think Michael from 2018, and then there's a scene where like they both just kill a bunch of soldiers and stuff. Like that was probably the best part of that whole fan film.
Yeah. Bacon says, I'm worried for the TV show. I just don't see how Friday works the TV show platform. We'll see, dude. If you're exploring Pamela a lot, I think it could really work. If we're going into her for a while, unfortunately, Jason's the IP, so it may be the best way to go to TV because Pamela in the theater, you're not going to get people. People think Friday. Generally speaking, when people think Friday the 13th, they just go to Jason.
Mm-hmm.
They're not thinking Pamela, but I'm more of a. I love that original movie, so I love Pamela. Kalel says Freddie, awesome. I love your name, dude. Kalel, that's awesome. You must be a huge Superman fan. Freddy versus Jason one more time. We need that part too. We need it with Kane Hodder though. We missed that boat.
I don't know.
Bacon says apparently each season will be a movie. If it gets past season 1, we'll see. We'll see, man. I mean, it's freaking. I'm excited though. But I need something more to know. I don't know much about the story. There's no trailer yet. What do we know? Like really? Like I think Jason's been cast now. I don't really know who the guy is, so we'll see.
That's by A24, right?
Yes, it's A24, the guy who did Hannibal. I forget who he is though.
I will say for Bacon's comment about that, I'm worried for the TV show. There's actually sometimes the TV show actually does better than some of the films in certain franchises, like Bates Motel. Like that was
amazing.
Yes, that was a fantastic show.
And I thought season 4 was going to be the end when he's playing the piano and it's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was the end. Then there was season 5, and I went, "Oh man, we're getting another season."
Yeah, like now Chucky, on the other hand, I'm a little mixed on that. When that gets too weird, that's when I don't like my Child's Play. But like Scream,
yeah.
Scream, I thought was actually pretty. At least the first 2 seasons were pretty solid. I didn't like the 3rd season. And again, I talked about earlier Hannibal. Like that, honestly, Hannibal is probably better than like at least 3 of the films within that franchise.
I really enjoyed the first season. Me and the wife binged it like for a week. The first season, I really enjoyed it. And near the end, it started slipping from my fingers a bit. Like I was just then season 2, I checked out after the first episode. I was not interested anymore.
Oh, dude, you should have stuck around. It gets
really.
The last episode is just insane.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? Having Chucky's everywhere, I don't know if I'm just a fan. I'm not a fan of that.
No,
I don't like the way they handled Andy and Kyle. I don't know.
The first 3 films are my version of Child's Play. Those are the 3 I think are the best.
I might agree with you. Although I did really like Curse of Chucky. I did really like that movie.
That one is not bad either. I will give you that.
Bacon says also the Sean Cunningham remake. Yeah, I don't know much about this, Bacon. I don't know what they're doing with it. I don't with this rights thing and everything. Bacon says love Bates Motel. Yeah, Bates Motel's so good. I definitely want to rewatch it.
I actually put up a review for that after I got done binging the show.
Kalal says Robert said one more movie, and I think Freddy vs. Jason 2 be best movie for his last Freddy appearance. Maybe, yeah. He's in his 70s now, though, isn't he?
He just came out here a couple weeks back and said that he was done playing Freddy. He wants Kevin Bacon to play Freddy.
I think Bacon could do a good job. It's just, I think maybe we should just look elsewhere. Get Dave McRae, man. Get Dave McRae. He looks awesome as Freddy.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I want the guy who plays Vecna from the last season of Stranger Things. I think he'd play a great Freddy.
I have to catch up on that because my girl, is coming to Stranger Things. Linda Hamilton. What a way to wrap up a TV series by bringing Sarah Connor into the fold, man. Wow.
There has to be at least one Terminator reference in that whole season.
Led says, "Have either of you seen the horror movie Megan?" I just watched it actually about a few weeks ago. It was okay. I don't think it was fantastic. I don't think it was horrible either. I think the look of Megan was really cool.
That is one I have not checked out yet.
Kalal says Bates Motel so good. Rushed the last season, but the show was written for 7 seasons, so I understand. Oh yeah. You know what? Come to think of it, you're right. It was that last season was rushed, but I really still enjoyed it. Mika says Bates Motel was a great series. Bacon, I think William Dafoe would be a great Freddy. There's a lot of people who would be a great Freddy. There's no doubt about that. The last 4 episodes of Chucky season 2 stepped up. Last episode was fucking fire. So good, I'm excited. Season 3. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to push through those first few because that first episode just see with a show you gotta keep me interested or because time is valuable and you got to spend a lot of time watching TV.
Mm-hmm. Let me throw out a question. If you could see anybody directing a Freddy film, who would you like to have behind the camera?
Mike Flanagan.
Thank you. That's exactly who I thought too.
Although Mike Flanagan, I love his original stuff. I like I don't think I'd want to see him tied to Nightmare for the next 10 years, let's say.
Okay.
Like I'd like to see him do one movie and that's it. Also, I think Mike Flanagan would be great at something Christmas and in a horror setting at Christmas. I think he'd do really good at. There's something about his style that I think would really play into that stuff. But yeah, I would have Flanagan's my favorite, at least my favorite director of this time. Maybe my favorite director. I love the guy. Absolutely love the guy.
Maybe he can make a good sequel or remake of Black Christmas.
Yep. I think he could. Also, I think I'll say this right out, man. I've said this before on the old channel. Mike Flanagan's Haunting of Hill House is the greatest horror piece I've ever seen. So if we're taking every horror movie, every series we've ever seen, mm-hmm. Haunting of Hill House is perfection to me. Oh, it's I watch it every October. I love every beat of every episode. I think it's absolutely flawless. Love it. But I love that shit. I love the themes and I like these slow monologues, the darkness it goes to, the family element. It's fucking perfect, man.
Have you seen Bly Manor yet? I haven't watched that one yet.
Bly Manor's more of a romance kind of thing, but it's good.
Okay.
Bacon says, if Nightmare came back, I think a prequel would be cool. Kind of show the serial killer strangler, true crimes out of Freddy all the way up to his death. I always thought that would be cool. You know when I think of a prequel to Freddy, one thing that I think of is like imagine when his mom was locked up. How horrific you could make that with all these people raping her over and over, and just how sounds like a Rob Zombie film actually, but but to see him, yeah, I think so. Mika says, yes, Mike Flanagan all day. Love him. Yes, his original work is amazing. Kalal says, Bacon, I've been saying that for years. To Mike Flanagan directing a Freddy movie, I'm assuming that's what you mean?
Oh, maybe he's talking about the comment you made about Haunting a Hill House, maybe.
Oh, maybe. He made Hush. It's a great film. Yeah, I love that.
Yes, Hush was great.
Yes, Mika, you agree with me. Haunting of Hill House is perfection. Yes. Yeah, I would actually like to review every episode of Hill House. I'd really like to stretch that out. That's never enough time though. Bacon says Hill House and Blind Miner were awesome. Yeah, and let's not forget his original piece there, the Midnight Mass. Perfection. That's another one that's perfection.
I need to see that one too.
Yes, Danita, he did Hush. Let's says, would you be interested in one last Rocky movie? Because Sylvester Stallone is interested in it. If Stallone is in it, writing it, and possibly directing it, I will watch Rocky to the rest of the day. I don't care if he has a cane. Rocky is never been about boxing. Rocky is more than that. There's always something you could do with that character. I think what he wants to do it, I think what he wants to do is help a bunch of these street kids and bring them into the boxing gym or something like that. I think you know what I think my idea for Rocky should be. I think they need to Cobra Kai it. So hear me out. I'm going to get behind in the chat a bit, but hear me out, guys. First movie, remember Dipper Brown? So Dipper Brown's Mickey left him to train Rocky, right? Because Rocky got the shot at the title. What happened to Dipper Brown after that? Maybe he went down a bad slide. Maybe he got into a few fights, got knocked out, but was a good fighter. And then years later, he's got a gym, bringing kids in, but maybe teaching his anger is influencing them. So he's kind of like your John Kreese of the Rocky universe. Rocky comes in, moves back to Philadelphia because I really think he belongs in that city, and starts training younger kids, like kids who are 8, 9 years old. He gets a little, he starts doing that. Maybe after training Adonis, he kind of got that bug again or something. But he wants to work with younger children, and it's like a Cobra Kai thing. This competition kind of ensues, and seeing Rocky's influence and stuff like that. I think something like that would work. Bacon says, "There's your director, Jason." Yeah. Yes, I love Gerald's game. Love it.
So good, dude. Doctor Sleep. I'm still gonna say it. I love Doctor Sleep. That's my favorite Mike Flanagan movie.
Kellogg says, "I've been saying a prequel Kruger series." Yeah, I'd be down for that. Yeah, he did Doctor Sleep. I love that, Cal. That would be great. Yeah, I think so. Freddy Alvarez, I think, would make a great Freddy film. I think he could do that too. I love what he did with Evil Dead. I'm
excited for his Alien movie.
Yeah, how much Disney's paws are on it? That's the only thing I worry about. Then again, Prey turned out all right. So
I love Prey. God, that was a good movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Nika says, another great one, Bacon. Rose the Hat is one of my favorite villains. Yeah, she's great. They're doing a Rocky show with Dragon's son. Yeah, I heard about that. That was the most interesting part in Creed 2, with the dynamics between Drago and his son. So yeah.
The only Rocky movie I've seen is Grudge Match.
Not a Rocky movie though.
I know.
I liked it though. I'm like one of those only people who like that movie. Led says you should help write Rocky 7. No, that's just something I was thinking about. Where to take Rocky next, and I thought, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, they're all good ideas, guys. Bacon says, what are your thoughts on the Expendables 4 trailer? I didn't like it. I didn't even bother doing a breakdown of that because, excuse me, it does not look good. I'll say that. It does not look good. I don't know if Megan Fox is the fit for that franchise. I don't think 50 Cent, I'm not buying it. I know Stallone's not going to be in it that much. I don't have a problem with that. Like, it's just, what are they doing though? Did he get taken prisoner and they got to find him? That's one thing, right? Or he's just handing everything over, right? So yeah, it doesn't look good. I don't know. We'll see. I'll still go see it. Obviously, I'm a huge Stallone fan, but I'm also I'm a big Jason Statham fan, and I like the Expendables. So. Bacon says Rocky 7 in space. No. Leave that to the Fast and Furious dog shit franchise.
Yes.
Oh, that's you.
Yes, that is me.
Bacon's awesome. No problem, brother. I like your content.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Ledges, Megan Fox is not going to be good in that at all. I think she's good in horror. I think she should stick to the horror genre. I think Megan Fox does really well in the horror genre, but that's just me. I don't know. And again, guys, Matt Fauci's doing Friday the 13th Part 2 as we speak, I believe. Interactive watch along. So you guys, I'm going to be wrapping this up soon, guys. So you guys can go over there and check his stream out. But I'll be back tonight. I'm hoping I'm going to grab another energy drink. I'm going to get some food. We're going to talk just a little bit about the Exorcist trailer. Obviously, I'm not going to talk for an hour about it, but I started watching the original last night with my wife. I've seen it before, but I was just trying to. I didn't finish it, but yeah, we're going to. That trailer. There's stuff to talk about in that trailer, I think, and I just want to kind of break it down a bit. And we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it live tonight together. So, Bacon says, "You know what Rocky needs? Family."
Oh my god, no. Stop it.
No. Stop it, Bacon. Stop it. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up now. So this will be the end of this show. Thanks, Austin, for coming on the fly like that.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I'll keep that. I always try to get guests as much as I can, guys, but this is just an idea because I'm going on holidays the next 2 weeks, so I just wanted to do a little show. And I've been thinking about this like the past 6 months. Like those two scenes are so good. Let's see how they compete against each other. So,
who is the ultimate winner?
Oh, kills.
7-3.
I got.
Oh wow.
Yes.
As it rightfully should be.
Nikas is definitely stuff to talk about in that trailer. Yeah, I got some thoughts. It's little ones, but yeah, guys, thank you for coming out. When I come back from holidays, I'm gonna try and do a lot more lives. Not like 2 or 3 times a week or anything, but I'd like to get on here once a week, hang out with you guys. Channel's doing well. Well, for my standards, anyway. I mean, I don't have high standards though, so. But it's doing way better than I thought it would. So we're gonna be continuing the Alphabet Action Movie Challenge when I get back. So we'll be doing Predator when I get back because that's the next letter P. We just did Over the Top. So yeah. So I'll say goodnight to you guys, and if you're coming out later, that'll be great. But I'm doing that as a separate video because for YouTube and everything, I want people to go, oh, the Exorcist trailer breakdown. I could have done it on here, but it wouldn't get pushed out there as much. So we're gonna do it again around 10 o'clock tonight. Bacon says, "Fun stream, Jason. We need to hop on. It's been a while." Yes, we do, dude. If you're up tonight, why don't you join me for the Exorcist? Let me know, Bacon. All right, so I'm gonna take off, guys. This is Backtrack Cinema. My name is Jason, and I wish you all a good night. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the movies. Take care.